Hello everyone, I'm McLeod and today I'm finally opening the new main box, Chaos Voltage. I have been on vacation visiting my family for the past week or so I haven't been able to talk about this main box yet, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna open a bunch of packs and talk about the cards that I do open whilst I open them, instead of doing the traditional box review stuff that would be a bit too late. So I've been sitting on these 10 packs for like, well, a day now, resisting the urge to open them for content. I'm just gonna open them now, and hopefully we pull some of the good stuff. There are two archetypes that I'm interested in this box. I guess 2.5, because the Dogmatika stuff also interests me in some way, even though I'm not gonna dig into the selection box for an DS Servant, which is probably mandatory to play Dogmatika. But I'm still reasonably interested in some of the stuff that I haven't seen yet, so I can talk about it. Cool, a pack with 0 new cards. That's great. Hungry Burger. Yeah, the Nouvelles stuff. The Nouvelles stuff is one of the two archetypes that interest me. It is delightfully free to play. It's not necessarily the greatest. I have already worked on a guide that I'll need to record and edit. It's probably going to be tomorrow. But it is a really interesting archetype that I want to talk about more, because it is one of these weird little quirky archetypes that I feel like really make Yu-Gi-Oh! A unique game. So, we did pull the Poissonnière de Nouvelles. That's fantastic cards. You really need this card to make the deck work. I'm thinking I'll go through this box twice, because I need 3 of the most important SRs and 2 specific URs, which Speedroid stuff, you know, that's cool. I'm not really looking forward to playing Speedroid. Some Dogmatika stuff is also pretty cool. Where's the Dogmatika ritual that I just pulled? There it is. Because I haven't actually read this card before. That's a pretty cool thing. That is a pretty cool thing. Alright, I don't have that many gems. So I'm just gonna spend what I have and try to open the stuff that I'm gonna need. Maybe some Shaddoll stuff, even though I'm not looking forward to playing with or against Shaddoll, because Winda is a card that exists, and one of these cards that like widens the gap between good decks and everything else. Oh, cool, we got full Pinsmith combo. Just kidding. In this day and age, Moon of the Closed Heaven is pretty much worthless if you do not have Underworld Goddess, because all that it basically says is you get to use 1 additional monster that your opponent controls as material for Underworld Goddess, because Underworld Goddess can already use a monster that your opponent controls as material, so you get to use up to 2 monsters that your opponent controls as material, plus this, plus another monster that you control. That's 4 plus effect monsters, which are the requirements for Underworld Goddess, which I also do not have, because I do not go into selection boxes, because these are scams, and I do not want to support them. Some weirdo stuff. Alright, what is this? Concours de Cuisine. Alright, that's another of the Nouvelle cards. Fantastic. Probably need 2 to 3 of this. I will be resetting the box anyway. Alright, what is this? It is a spell. It could be the Admiration of Thousands, and it is! I was really looking forward to pulling this card and playing the Vector deck that runs a grand total of 0 monsters, and is only, you know, gimmicky Graveyard Xyz stuff that is completely bonkers, right? This is probably one of the silliest dueling skills to ever exist. But it's very fun, so I will be trying to play that. Go, Ram. That can't be a real card, there's no way. Some more stuff we don't care about. Poiglesia, that's fantastic. Umbral Aura Ghoul, which is one of these Umbral Aura cards that Umbral Aura was never going to be a playable archetype, right? It's not a Star Seraph situation where you look at Scepter and Sovereignty and you're like, these cards can provide the backbone of a pretty efficient rank 4 Xyz deck, right? Like these can be salvaged. Umbral Auras clearly cannot. Like, this guy makes its attack 0, so you can special 1 Umbral Aura with 0 attack. This archetype has 4 main deck monsters, 2 of which are level 4s, 0 of which are playable. So, we're never gonna make something good out of this. And I'm glad, actually glad that Konami decided, you know what, yeah, fuck it, just do funky XE stuff. It is very appropriate to the anime that you just do whatever. You can just do whatever with this archetype. I like that. I like that this is the decision Konami decided to go with. We're giving up a number of horrors. It wouldn't make sense to make a skill that says Emperor horrors all become level 4 and fuck it. Just do the funky glorious numbers, admiration of the 1,000 stuff. I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. Alright, oh, the webcam is, yep. I suddenly didn't miss that. I might have to pause the recording to fix it. After these packs. Just let me go through these packs. Alright. Nothing spectacular, but a pretty good time to fix my webcam. Alright, fixed it. Time to waste even more gems trying to pull elusive cards. I haven't been really lucky with my pulls so far. El Shaddoll, Nouvelles, that's right. Dogmatika Maximus, also pretty interesting, Probably one of the ways that you combat Shaddolls, except Shaddolls can also play this card. Schism is now free, that's fantastic. People are rejoicing about being able to play Winda in yet another Shaddoll variant. That's fantastic. You know, Winda, one of the most fair, most interesting cards of all time. Not at all a mockery of everything that's fun and interesting about Yu-Gi-Oh! I just sit on this floodgate, and if you can't out it, you lose the duel. Wow, that's fantastic, dude. Just say you don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, if you like this type of floodgate, you don't really want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? You just want to play your dipshit combo deck, and don't let anyone else play your dipshit combo deck. Floodgates in, like, stall decks are a thing, but, like, that I can tolerate. But floodgates in combo-heavy decks? Get out of here. Seriously. Get out of here. White Dragon Wiper Buster. Lots of people really coping about Dragon Link. Is this playable thing? Is this playable deck strategy? I don't know. You make seals pass. Wow, that's an FTK. I don't know. I'll guess we'll have to see depending on the tournament results and stuff. What I do know has been already making getting results is the new Utopia stuff. Right, and Loom made a video about, oh, most infinite negates that you get forever, and I mean, it's strong, but I don't know if it's game warpingly strong. Then again, it did get results here. Abyss Splash is finally here after years of being teased and stuff. It was supposed to come out in structure, and then it never did. And now we're getting this subpar beta that can rank up into Wave King Caesar. That's great. That's my one. No, I pulled a Wyver Buster. That's 2 SLs. Alright. I'm starting to run out of gems. I didn't have that much to begin with, because I'm not good at saving them, but that's kind of disappointing. I'm not going to pull the stuff that I want. One of the new things that you can send for the Dogmatika punishments, kind of cool. What is there? Cool. Life Twins. Remember that time someone donated me $100 to buy Live Twins and I couldn't pull a single copy of, I think it was Lila. I don't have it to this day. I do not have a single copy of Lila. So that's great. And I've decided that I will never listen to donor suggestions ever again. Like, you can donate $100 to me if you want. But you can be like, hey, try and build this stuff. I will simply not do it. Speedroid Scratch. Alright. I don't know if that's necessary because we have Win. And another SRs. The second Wife Buster. Fantastic. Fantastic. Notably, I haven't pulled a single copy of Albion the Shrouded Dragon yet, or Glorious Numbers, or El Shaddoll App Cologne. I don't know what the branded deck is supposed to do, right? Because you do have the fusion enabler, one of the 2 fusion enablers, in the form of Albion, but what are you supposed to go into? In the TCG, you just go into Mirror Jade, right? This is a good card, it banishes, wipes the ball when it's taken care of. What do you do here? What's the best thing you can go for? Titanic Lads? Sprint? I don't know. Sprint is a bold, I mean, not necessarily a bold wipe, it's a column wipe. But that would not be enough. Wow, that was 10 miserable packs. 10 miserable packs of this main box. These are going to be much better. We got the Albion. Why is the text... What's the text so tiny? It's very strong guards. We just don't have the necessary tools to make it work at the moment, I feel. Like, the deck doesn't really have a game plan proper, you know? Maybe it's better as a Dogmatika sub-engine. I don't know. I don't expect it to do much. I could be wrong. I often am, but I don't think I'm taking too many risks with these. I love seeing 3 Karibos into nothing. That's my favorite thing about Duel Links is the gambling mechanics. You know, it shows you a bunch of stuff. That's my first Balamunier. Can you believe that? Holy shit. I'm having so much fun pronouncing these things' names because nobody else knows how to pronounce them. But I do. Glorious Number, there it is. Glorious Number, one of the key cards of the new Vector deck. Pretty fun. Pretty fun thing. Enables a pretty wacky thing that you would only see in Duel Links. Cool, we got the another Abyss Splash, completely worthless. But yeah. This scale is like, should be everything that I hate, the Vector scale. But it's just... I like skills that enable a style of play or a certain deck that would not exist otherwise, right? Territory of the Sharks, in my opinion, is one of the best skills ever designed. This one is pretty pushed. But it also, like, is coherent with the way the anime functions, you know? Like, yeah, I could see Vector pulling this sort of shit. Isn't this card in the anime, actually? I need to check. Glorious Numbers Yugi. Yeah, you gotta check on Yugipedia, because fandom is garbage. Oh, it is an anime card. Wow. Okay. I've seen that episode too. This is the episode with the Sargasso duels going on, where like 3 people, well, 6 people total duel, and only one actually gets to actually have a meaningful duel that people care about. I remember this one. Anyway, another wasted 500. Maybe this last 500 will be a bit better. I don't think so, but we'll see. Bell Grill de Nouvelles. Oh, fish. Yep. Alright. What is this? Oh, great. I'm not touching Life Twins. I'm not playing Life Twins. Is the Life Twins spell in this box, or do you still have to go through the selection box? Fuck off, Life Twins. Because if you still have to go through the selection box, I mean, that's just ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. That you would go dig so far for this archetype. Like, how do you obtain... Can you check how to obtain this card? You do have the Sunny Snitch in this box. Okay. Well, that makes it a bit better, I guess. Was that changed for Duel Links? Oh, I guess so. Wow! Not the greatest opening. I'm not about to spend money to try and open more, so not on video anyway. I'm not Loom. I don't have $1,000 just waiting to be spent here. So I guess that will be it for this this video. My thoughts on this box overall. I don't think, outside of the Shaddoll stuff, which is undoubtedly really powerful because you get yet another skill that says click yellow button, get Winda. I'm just exaggerating, but Winda being in the game is like something that I really do not like. So Shaddolls, probably huge meta impact, you know, milking the Shaddoll players. Hey, fusions, there you are. I probably only need 3 fusions, like 1 or 2 is enough. And, you know, App Cologne is also a it's a pretty good card, not gonna lie. Outside of that, and the Utopia stuff, where there's exactly one card that you want to pull for, the Ascended Sage, and that's it. Outside of that, I don't think the new Speedroid stuff is going to be particularly good, because it is still a combo deck that is vulnerable to the exact same cards that the previous iteration of Speedroids was vulnerable to, and sets up pretty much the same kind of interaction. The Nouvelles stuff, I don't think it's going to be great either. It's fun to play, but I don't think it's going to be particularly great. The Dogmatika stuff, you know, that's great side engine for a lot of decks that I do not care about the extra deck or want stuff from the extra deck in the graveyard. Like Shaddolls, Nouvelles is one of these archetypes that can play alongside Dogmatika. The new Vector stuff, I don't know, it's too wacky to really judge whether this will be good or not, so I'm not gonna bother. New Shark stuff doesn't seem all that interesting to me, personally. And what else is there? Dragon Link? They get real. Yeah, maybe not the greatest main box, but it is full of fun and interesting decks. The issue is, like, the power level of this meta game is just so high that I don't see anything challenging or replacing the top tier decks for the time being. Even the Shaddoll stuff, right? Because what decks have the best answers to win the pass or win the whatever Shaddolls do? It is the current top decks. Resonators, set Fiendish Chain, get the Scarlight RDA, Fiendish Chain target Winder, Scarlight RDA just destroys it, and then you can keep on with your turn. It's just easy, easy thing. Predator Plants, click yellow button, Predator Plant counter, click yellow button, get Hydra, tribute the Winder. Easy. No, it's no concern whatsoever. Crystal Beasts. Actually, no, not Crystal Beast are meant to deal with Winder. There's probably a way. Conclave, you reveal Rainbow Dragon set Conclave, normal summon thing, Conclave bounce the Winder. Yeah, I can believe that. How do Ancient Gears deal with Winder? I'm not sure. How do Gemini deal with Winder? I'm also not sure. Shiro, normal Straters get super poly. Easy. How do Liberalisk? Well, there's a Liberalisk spell that says negates everything on the field, so probably that. Subterrors probably do not care all that much about Winder. How do Salmon Greats deal with Winder? I don't know. But yeah, the thing is, the decks that are the best at dealing with Winder are already the top tier decks. So if Shaddolls turn out to be strong to the point of being meta defining, the meta will not warp all that much, because the decks that can deal with Winder already exist and are already super strong and annoying to deal with, and that's just Duel Links. And I do not like Winder, and I'd rather this card not be included in the Shaddoll skills. And hopefully Konami sees the error of their ways and remove it from the skill when Skill of Scum post Worlds, I guess. Until then, you better be playing Forbidden Droplets, you better be playing Books of Eclipse, you better be playing those MSDs for Draw Phase, Pop the Schism, and you better be playing Necro Valleys. Very important, you job the Necro Valley. I mean, your opponent can skill Schism in response, but what can you do? And yeah, that'll be it for today's video. No editing on this one, I don't feel like it. Tomorrow, Nouvelle guide, I promise. And until then, hope you enjoyed it. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all next time.